Hey everybody, Lisa from My Tea Vault. How are you? Everybody asks me, why don't you eat sugar? I hear all kind of comments about sugar. Everyone needs sugar. We got to have some sugar. And there were some things I just wanted to say about that. And first, I wanted to say something because I have a lot of videos out there. And I wanted to let you guys know I don't have an agenda. I'm not selling anything. I'm not going to create anything to sell. I'm just me sharing my journey. I'm recording it to help other people if they can be helped at all. I'm a firm believer that your DNA is yours and mine is mine, and what works for me might not work for you, but then again, it might. And sometimes we need to take in all the advice that we're getting, and we kind of need to sort through it, and then we have to decide what works best for us. We have to figure out what diet works best for us, what exercise program works best for us, what vitamins, what supplements to take. All of that, just because it works for your friend, it might not work for you. And maybe it will, but you have to examine and try everything around you. It is one of the problems that I have with the medical industry is that they feel that there's just like one sure answer. You have high cholesterol, here's a pill. You have kidney something, here's a pill. You have a thyroid problem, here's a pill. And they want to throw a pill at you without even sometimes giving you a second examination or a second blood work. It's as soon as they see that high level, here's a pill. And I just don't believe in that. Now, don't get me wrong, if you've got levels that are like so high or that you've been in a situation for so long, take a pill, all right? Sometimes our bodies need help. Sometimes there's nothing we can do, no matter if we're trying to do everything. And I got another video on that, but right now I want to share with you about sugar. And yes, I've got my cheat sheets because I want to be accurate and I want to get the information right to you. And along the way, I'm going to tell you why I don't do sugar, okay? Number one, nobody needs added sugar in their lives. That even includes a lot of the fruits that are very high in sugar. I think we can consider those sometimes as a dessert and to have those sporadically, okay? But yeah, we don't want to just concentrate on those as being our, this is what I do and I eat good, all right? Because it affects our body. So anyway, you want to avoid sugars at all costs, especially processed sugars. They're no good for you. You know that white grainy stuff? I don't care if you spend 99 cents for some generic version or $2.99 for something that has a brand name. Processed sugar sucks. Don't do it, okay? It's not worth it, and it just makes your body yuck, all right? So in 2008, the average consumption, one person, 60 pounds of sugar a year, and that is 28 grams, okay, or kilograms, I'm sorry. And today, well, not today, but 2012, the average consumption a day is 77 grams of sugar. Oh my God, what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to our children when we feed them that crap food that has so much sugar in it? It's just not good. We are creating individuals that are dependent upon sugar for energy and for taste. It isn't good, people. So your daily intake should be, all right, 6 tablespoons or 25 grams per women and 6 teaspoons or 25 grams for women and 9 teaspoons for men. Teaspoons, folks. So if you drink a soda, you're over the limit, all right? So excess sugar can lead to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. These are all major killers in our world. We need to just get back. We need to cut it back. Now, I'm going to tell you something. 12 ounces of Coke is 140 calories of sugar, and a regular Snickers is 120. So sometimes you have to make good choices, okay? None of those are a good choice. I haven't had a Snickers, oh God, in probably over 3 or 4 years. And I tried to make one with my products that I purchase, and I just felt like I didn't need it. So I just haven't had one. Okay, sugar is addictive, and I know you've heard it. It's as addictive as cocaine or heroin, and it is. It is an addictive, you gotta have it, and your body will crave it like crazy. One of the hardest things for most people to give up when they're either fasting or on a diet is something with sugar in it, because your body wants it. But even though it's as addictive as a narcotic, it's not as hard to get off of. Probably 3 or 4 days, your body calms down, realizes you're not gonna get it. You also don't get through all the crazy withdrawals that an addict, a heroin or a meth addict go through. But you have to understand that it is addictive, okay? It's not, oh, my body wants sugar. Heck yeah, it does, because you're addicted to it. I've been addicted to it. So sugar stimulates the brain the same way that an abused person gets stimulated from a narcotic. You just don't need that. So what about artificial sweeteners? You know, the pink, the blue, the yellow packets you see in the, when you go out to eat. No, don't do those either. What do you want to put something artificial in your body for? It's gross. Splenda used to be pretty good until it was purchased and then bleached, and now it's become crud. You don't want that in your body. So there are other names of sugars that I want to post. I'll probably put them up here in the video so that you kind of know what they are. And the ones I'm going to talk about today: stevia, erythritol, xylitol, yacon syrup. That one surprised me. And my favorite is monk fruit. And if you can't control your intake of sugar to do that, 6 or 9 teaspoons, then you have to completely just abstain from it. Don't do it. Another one we'll talk about too is honey, all right? And yeah, this is gonna be kind of a long video, but I'm gonna kind of go through it kind of fast because I wrote these things down. Hopefully I won't wander too much. Stevia. Okay, stevia was, I think, #1 on the market. It was a big kick for people to go to instead of having sugar. It's low calorie, no calories. It is a plant and it's grown in South America. It is 100 times sweeter than sugar, so you don't need as much. But there's an aftertaste. But stevia does have health benefits to it. I didn't list all those. You guys can do some of your own exploring into these things. I didn't like stevia because the aftertaste, to me, it was gross. I just couldn't do it. Then there's erythritol. I use this in some of my products. It's a sugar alcohol. It's a low calorie. It's about 1/4 of a calorie per gram, approximately. It is 70% sweeter. It does not spike your blood sugar or insulin levels. It has 0 effect on the blood sugar, blood lipids, or triglycerides. These are important things, and that's why the fruits still affect those things. It's absorbed by your intestine, but it is excreted eventually by the kidneys. It has no health benefits, but it's not harmful, and it can cause digestive issues if you intake too much of it. Okay, xylitol. Xylitol is also a sugar alcohol and has 2.4 calories per gram. It does not raise your blood or insulin levels. It does have some health benefits, and it can as well cause digestive issues if you eat too much. You also want to be careful of it around your dogs because it's extremely toxic to dogs. Now this one, okay, we always learn something new. Yacon syrup. It's a plant from South Africa or South America. And it feeds the good bacteria in our bodies. That's something we all need to do. We need to get rid of the bad bacteria and feed the good. And again, if you eat too much of this, it'll have digestive issues. I've not found yacon syrup, but I'm going to look for it because I find it interesting. #4, my favorite, monk fruit. It's a plant. It's native from China. Lohan no is its name, and it has been used as a medicine for decades. It's 150 to 250 times sweeter than sugar, has no side effects, 0 calories. It does not raise your glucose levels. And again, digestive issues if you use too much. And it does have a slight aftertaste to it, but it's very tolerable. And if you use the powdered instead of the granular, it doesn't have as much of an aftertaste. So I use monk fruit. I use a product I use pretty much all the products from a company called Lakanto. I'll put their information up there. And again, I don't make any money from it. I'm just telling you what I do use. And I'm going to go on to honey. So honey, coconut sugar, molasses, and maple syrup. All right. These are slightly smaller amounts of fructose, but your liver doesn't know the difference of that. So if you're overweight, insulin resistant, and sugar is this can be harmful to you because it's still, your body treats it like a sugar. And again, healthy people can eat small amounts of sugar, but still they're empty calories and they're not really worth it. So why not try something that's either better for you or kind of, release those calories so you can eat something else that's better. So that's my kick on sugar. It's why I consider myself sweetener free. I don't say I'm sugar free. Kind of always reminds me of, every time I say that, my dad had to do sugar free, and he had these candies that were wrapped in white cellophane, and they were kind of different colors, kind of like a pink and a white, a yellow, I don't know. And they were disgusting. And they were like diabetic candies. And wow, has the industry come a long way for diabetics. So every time I say I'm sugar-free, that's kind of what I see in my head, and that's kind of what I feel like I'm saying to people. So I don't tell you I'm sugar-free, I am sweetener-free. Occasionally, I'll have honey. Occasionally, I'll eat something with up to probably 6 grams of sugar in it. I'm very careful. I watch my calories. I read labels. I'm adamant label reader. When you get away from reading labels, that's when you can get into trouble, because you can't just trust a brand anymore. You can't trust a store, unfortunately. So that's about it. So that's my thing on sugar that I wanted to pass on to you. A little bit of knowledge, but do your own research, okay? And everybody have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. I got a video coming up that I want to tell you about something I just recently went through. It might resonate well with a lot of you, because sometimes we struggle and we try so hard to be less toxic and to be healthy, and then we get a snafu in our lives. So I'm going to tell you about my snafu. Talk to you guys later. Bye.